And today I am making a worm house. Woo! I'm so excited. So I'll probably talk a bit more in depth as I go along, but the reason why I would like to make a worm house, not a worm farm, I felt a little bit uncomfortable calling it a worm farm, but that's just me, and that's okay. You might think it's silly. I don't, I don't care what you think. So, but I watched a really cool video of a guy. I will drop it in the pinned comments or the description or whatever. And he referred to his as a worm house, which I thought was much better. And he helped me to understand it by calling it a worm house, because he said that it had different rooms. So we have the toilet, we have the living room slash bedroom, and we have the the kitchen slash diner. There you go. So yeah, the reason why I want to make a worm house is because they make really good like liquid fertiliser, and that will be collected in the toilet. And the castings, again, like, it's just amazing for the garden. Like, I could go out and buy, natural fertiliser that was organic and, chemical free, and it was vegan and all the things, but one, it's going to cost me money, which I don't want, and two, you've still got the production footprint on it, like the making of it and all the other things that comes with it, plastic bottles, etc., etc. And I don't want to buy into that. I don't, the cost of the petrol, driving the things around to different shops. There's all manner of reasons why. I will probably drop a link in as well about the benefits, like for multimedia purposes, for people that are like to read information. I'll put in a good website about the benefits of worm farms, as well as the videos. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm going to be using the soil that I dug out of my fire pit hole and my pond hole in my previous videos, if you want to check those out. I have chosen to go for these really sturdy boxes, and I will talk more about them as we go. So yeah, help me do my worm house. Woo. Move, please. Move. Come here. Sit down. Thank you. Right, so here are my 3 boxes. These are what I'm going to be using my different rooms. The kids one of my kids has drilled holes in the bottom, we have a couple of holes at the top, just so that when the lid's on, air can get to it and stuff. So this is going to be my bottom one. At the moment it does have my soil in, which I am going to transport into this one, but this doesn't have holes in it because it's going to be collecting all the liquid fertiliser, all the liquid from the worms. So this is basically what I have been sifting. I mean, to be fair, this in itself is already castings, but the worms have been like living in here and having like loads of fun, and I am going to be adding to it. And seeing as they've already been in here, they're going to be really happy. So there are a mixture. There's literally just the worms that came out of the fire pit hole and the pond hole. There's a mixture of different kinds. I did have a little look because one of the videos that I watched was like, oh, you should only have a certain kind of worm, and it should really be reds. And then I was like, that doesn't sound right to me. So I search engined, should your worm house have a variety of worms? And actually they were kind of the opinion that, yeah, you should have a variety. So, you don't have to have any particular kind of worms. You don't have to buy them. Just get them out of the ground that you already have. So yeah, all the worms are already in there. I will give you a little look actually as to the worms that are in there. So I have this guy. Can you see? I'm going to do a little zoomy. There's this guy here, and there's another little guy here. There's so many when I was going through them. I mean, they were all kind of dug down, to be fair. That's what they like to do. They don't like to be in the surface. Oh, there's another big guy. As you can see, I have put my cardboard in and I've put the soil in. It's amazing. And yeah, just basically that's that. Yeah, so the next bit is to just put in a little bit of leaf mulch, just to give them a bit of coverage, and you know, so they're going to be warm and stuffs. And then I'm going to stack this on top of this one. Actually, I'm going to put this one in the place that I want it to be. Okay, so this is where I want my worm farm. I'm going to put this on top, and the liquid worm juice should drain through eventually. Yep. Oh, here you go. There's a little stack. Amazing. And then this is going to be my second one. So this one in this top one that I'm going to do. So this is the liquid fertiliser holder. This is the living room / bedroom. So this has got mainly castings in it. It's got a bit of cardboard. It's got the worms. It's got a nice covering over the top of leaf mulch, just to keep them cosy. And that's easy to just take it off, so I can sift through and get some castings when I want it. And on here, this is going to be basically all the leaf mulch, garden, like food waste. Basically, it's mainly food waste. Yeah, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. Okay, so as you can see on my top box, we were cleaning and drying some potatoes on some kitchen roll earlier, so we put that in. That'll get broken down, that'll be fine. Some like leaf mulch, some coffee grounds, some of the vegetable peelings. Really easy. I'm just going to keep putting some stuff in there. The worms will travel up and do their thing, which is pretty cool. They like to go from layer to layer. They climb up the sides and they go in the holes and they seek the food, so it's really easy. Just going to put my lid on the top now, yeah, hopefully in a couple of months time, the worms are going to be all settled. I will be, keeping on top of that. I will be putting some more kitchen scraps in this top one, and hopefully I get a nice cool little worm house going. I will get some nice juice in the bottom, juice. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Dead easy, actually. Yeah, it's I can't believe how easy this is. All it's taken is a few boxes and the soil that I dug out of the fire pit hole and the pond hole. I might top this up with a bit of soil compost when I get some. But other than that, I think really the kitchen scraps are going to do it. I'm just going to try and keep it to smaller kitchen scraps or more digestible ones, just so that the time scale is quicker, rather than the banana peels and the other things that might go in the regular compost. These are things that can be eaten. I think in one of the videos I watched, it did say to blitz up some of your garden scraps in a blender and pour it in. Nice. I'm not a worm expert. I'm just trying to do the easiest things possible to make my garden as healthy and happy as I can, and sharing that with you. So if this inspires you to make your own worm house, please check out the description box or the pinned comments. I never know which one. For the videos that I watched, for the people that actually do know what they're talking about, I am literally just trying these things out, seeing what works for the garden, seeing what's easy to maintain, seeing you know, what gives, you know, the most benefit to the garden in the least sort of impactful way, you know, on the planet, you know, buying things, or but also in the most low maintenance way possible. Like, so worm house, let's see how it goes. Look forward to the update. Thank you for joining me. I love you so very much. Yeah, I hope this has inspired you to get out in your garden and do some different things that you might not have thought about.